Chapter 18. The evil of the High Command wrapped around the world. Its influence invaded every government, major corporation, and institution in all countries, cities, and communities everywhere. Worshipped by millions of blind and hard-hearted souls, but led by a select few. For generations, the High Command of 666 board members has tried to create a new world order by fear and propaganda. Its undisclosed headquarters sat atop a towering skyscraper which controlled the satellite offices in every major city in the world. Darkness filled the huge corporate auditorium, except for hundreds of video monitors flickering. A door at the rear of the room cracked open, emitting the light from the adjoining room, and a hunched figure slipped inside. He slid into a tall, leather office chair behind a massive control board that partially encircled him with monitors, microphones, buttons, and sliders. The figure settled into the chair, and his fingers ran across a row of buttons. A moment later, the room was flooded with light as the monitors came to life in an unorderly order, each displaying the image of someone's face and a number. They were a whole range of types, from stone-cold, angry white faces, earnest young fresh faces of all races, graying, frustrated black men, intense-looking Asians, and canny, bearded Semitic faces. Yet despite their outward appearance, all had an icy, selfish, and greedy gleam in the eyes that bespoke a fundamental lack of humanity. As the last screen flicked to life, the man in the big chair smiled. "Are we all here?" he asked rhetorically, since he could see all their faces on the screens arrayed before him. "Excellent. Colleagues, members of the High Command, I bring greetings and good news. First, kudos on the results of the U.S. presidential election. It was one of our finest achievements, and truly a team effort. Well done, one and all. Now we can move forward with Phase 2 of the New World Plan." On every screen it was unanimous. Every face smiled, some glumly, but every head nodded approval. Not a word was spoken or a sound heard. Everyone understood the implications of the historic deed and the possible retributions if ever discovered. It was a gamble they all agreed to make, and thus far it had paid off big time. It was a gamble they had all made many times before. "I bring good news from our latest intelligence. There's been a sharp rise in the percentage of atheists and socialists. But most fortunately, abortions are also way up. In fact, there will be 30 million abortions this year, of which 76% will be for non-white women. All record highs." There was a chorus of approving comments from the monitor screens at that announcement. Some of the faces positively beamed in delight at the depopulation news. "However, alternative remedies and Republican states like Florida have cut our 5-year virus lockdown objective way short," exclaimed the voice. "We shall see how the people react to the variants planned ahead and the vaccine boomerang coming down range." "It's an ingenious plan. Thank you, everyone, for your full cooperation," commented number 352. A middle-aged, portly, bespectacled white man looked exceedingly prosperous and well-fed. "Please pass on our deepest gratitude to our colleagues at the World Health Association." "It certainly was, friends," the voice in the chair said approvingly. "Why, look how easily we shut down the world. The people were so fearful that they cut themselves off from human contact. Businesses worldwide grinding to a halt. Churches, mosques, and temples closed. No more exercise of individual beliefs or rights. We've ruled like gods for over a year, and it must continue," he crowed to a chorus of approval and mirth from every screen. Once the laughter died away, the seated figure spoke again. "The lockdowns have brought humanity to its knees. Suicides are on the rise. Alcohol and drug abuse have hit all-time highs. Despair and depression are everywhere." The voice paused for effect. "And hope is nowhere to be found, except in our vaccines and the side effects to come, which will bring full compliance to our depopulation plan. We do it all for one, the survival of us."
Did you write that shit?
Hell yeah, I wrote it.